takes forever to get that stuff built back up. It's easier to just suffer when you don't have time to put something up and post it than to take a break and come back to it. Because every time I've done that, I lose it.
It's a lot of traction. Like you lose traction.
As soon as you lose traction, you slide back to the beginning.
It's all about trying to stay relevant on these damn social media platforms. And it's so funny to me because I'm like, the more relevant you are in it and the more active you are in it, the more disconnected from real life you actually are.
Oh, you become so disconnected. So disconnected.
Like the emotional, the ability for these people to even like just read emotional cues in real life is
They're off. They're not there.
they're like robots. It's weird.
It is.
It's one of the reasons I don't like it is I just feel so fake doing it. I'm like,
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's just such a big thing nowadays. And I would love to be like a full-time content creator to like make content and then not so focus on the numbers. Like just know that they're going to be there to some extent.
like something like if you were just like always recording and you just always recorded your life and it was just raw, unedited footage, that's one thing. But
Yeah.
when you have to go through and you're reshooting your life to make it perfect, I'm like,
It's
fuck we gotta do.
yeah. And some people, a lot of them, they're like, oh,
I can't stand it when people are sitting there and they're like taking photos of their food before they eat it. I cannot stand that.
It's awful. It's like I don't care what your food looks like, just eat it.
I'm like, well, when you're done with it, it all looks the same.
Yeah.
Shit.
Surprise. So bad. It's like if you own the restaurant, sure, you want it to be picture perfect, but you don't own it. You're just saying, oh, look how fancy the breakfast. Like I don't.
Yeah, I'm like, what do we? What's the point of this here? You didn't post a recipe.
No. I have no information of where this is or how to get it. You're just saying, Wednesday life be like. It's like, oh, Wednesday life, yeah. I know all about that. I wake up and I fast until I get home from work. So yeah, I don't know. Breakfast. It's all on my imagination. Hello, Plotagon. First one. Thank you for being here. If you can, double tap the screen. We're trying to get a lot of people in here today. Okay? Thank you. Please. All right. So, what we'll do is for the first official video, and I knew I was going to forget something, and I left my tripod. So, what we can do is we'll do 2 raw videos, exercise instruction, whatever comes to your head, educational stuff for YouTube. And we'll just post those raw. And then I'll also post clips of them over on Instagram. And then afterwards, the only issue with going live is I can't check my notes. When I do that, I can hop off real quick. I'm gonna check my notes and some content ideas because I have 2 pages of different content ideas for us to make. To push more on Instagram. The marketing push. Once the merch is done, we'll push the giveaway, which will help push the opening. And we'll do a referral type giveaway where it's like tag 3 friends.
Well, they were telling me that once we get the idea for, or once we have the actual logos of how we want our merch drawn up,
Yeah.
finalized it, he said it's like less than a week turnaround time to make it.
Okay, so pretty much after we have the sample.
He said they have like large printers for the labels and stuff, and they print them out and then press them. Yes, onto I don't know how it works, but they said it's fast.
Okay. So as soon as we get that sample, we can go ahead and start pushing the giveaway. And we'll get an official picture, official photo shoot of the merch with us wearing it. And then we'll be like, if you want this, and then we'll do a giveaway with the greens, the mud. We can do like a month for gear, X amount of sauna sessions, free, blah, blah, blah. Giveaway, tag people, and now we're at 2. And then that'll just be a simple like $10 promotion, push it out there, that many people referring, that many people buying, they get in, more people want to be in there. So on and so forth. For the content ideas, we'll do some educational stuff, and depending on the angle and everything, I'll probably bring, the next time we do it, we'll try to do like a podcast style video, where we just sit and talk about a training ideology, or programming, periodization, different types that we talked about, bands today, the purposes, the different ways you can do it, setup, stuff like that. We can just talk about whatever. Because podcasts, they don't follow a structure. They're just like,
They just chat. They like pick up a topic and they just chat.
yeah. So we'll be able to do that. So what's the first exercise video that you'd like to do?
So I guess that's what I want to talk about is really what I was talking to you about this morning. Pretty, I guess, insightful look into bands. So, and why bands are great. You know, not just the increase of tension over length, but the accelerative forces that we were talking about a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I think that'll be what I go with for my first one. You know.
That's a good start. Something a little bit different, something that'd be educational for someone's. I haven't seen a single person touch on bands, but everyone loves using bands. But all they use them for is warming up for
Warming
bench.
up and stretches and yeah. Well, the setup for it is a little bit more complex. It's not really that complex. You just have to know what you're doing. And I guess you have to have the right equipment for it. Like, you don't have somewhere to attach bands. That's kind of hard.
Yeah. If you don't know where to set them up at,
Where to set them up, how to set them up, how to rig it.
yeah, because then the purpose doesn't mean anything because they're like, I can't replicate it. At least not replicate it right. So,
Is this a different one than last time?
no, I just don't have the fluffy ball at the end of it. So, hello everybody, thanks for joining the live. Sorry if I skipped a little. No, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. We're all here now. It's okay. Thanks for being here. If you guys have any questions about the gym or opening of gym or anything about the gym, go ahead and put them in the comments. We'll get to them. We're just going to be recording some stuff for some promo and some educational content. So just let us know. Let us know. All right. Let's see.
All right, so today we're going to talk about variable resistance training with bands and really what it is that we're getting out of it. If you ask anybody who knows anything about bands or trainer or what's so great about bands, you're probably going to hear, for the most part, the exact same thing over and over again, and that is that it's an increase in tension over length. So, as we stretch the band length, the tension increases exponentially as we get further and further and further. Yes, that is true, and that is a great thing about bands. It takes a lot of tension off of the joints, and it also, you know, like I said, it gives you higher lockout rate than what you are in the hole. But that isn't actually why bands are so great. So what we're going to talk about is the reason bands are so great is actually you're adding in an additional force instead of a weight. So here we have a 5-pound weight and a 10-pound dumbbell. All right. So obviously 10 pounds heavier. If I were to drop these two from the same height right here, okay, which one is going to hit first? A lot of people would think that it's the 10-pound dumbbell, but it's wrong. All right, gravity only accelerates things at approximately 10 meters per second. I think it's 9.83 or something like that. But approximately 10 meters per second across all things. So if I drop them, they're both going to land at the exact same time, right? So it doesn't matter if I take this 5-pound dumbbell and turn it into a 15, a 20, a 30-pound dumbbell. It could be 100 pounds. If I drop them from this height, they are going to accelerate downwards at the exact same speed. Now, what makes bands so great is not actually the increase in tension, but it's the additional force, right? The supplementary force that's added to the movement, right? So if I drop these now from the same height, you can see the 5-pound dumbbell hit first this time. So rather than adding additional weight to our load, we're adding in a supplementary force that we are having to decelerate and accelerate through. This is the actual benefit behind band training, right? So when I'm here, right, as you can see, I've taken my hex bar and I've just simply rigged it to, I took that band and looped it around the outer ends to have something here to stand on. So I can drop it down now and I can take my feet, make sure that they're nice and planted firm because this does pull up pretty aggressively on the bottom of the feet. But from here now, I can actually gain some accelerated lift. As you can see, if I drop this, it's going to get slingshotted into the ground, right? So I'm having to accelerate myself through the band force. It's not added weight, it's an added force. That is what's so great about it. Because from here at the bottom, I'm really barely adding any weight at all. But at the top, wow, right? Higher lockout power, higher lockout weight at the very top, like we talked about earlier. But ultimately, I'm having to work against this accelerated force that comes down, and I have to decelerate it, and I have to accelerate through it on my way up. That is really what we're getting out of the use of bands. So, for those of you who don't know how to use a band in the gym to further push your training program, this is how you use it. You don't need to use it just for stretching and warming up before you, no, you're wasting the potential of the band. This is how we use it to build power through acceleration and velocity. Working on maximal speed on the way up, controlling the force on the way down. There's a million ways you can band anything, whether it be bench, push, press, squats. You just have to look up how to rig it. All right, so that's my lesson for you guys today.
Solid. See, I'll be disappointed in a few minutes. Good luck at your appointment. Very good video. All right. So, that'll be a good solid, I mean, if we can record enough of them, we could probably set up a decent posting schedule too. Again, it seems that some social platforms, they prefer quantity over quality until you're established. Then they prefer quality over quantity because they want to see the next thing. How does it improve? How does it better? Like when Mr. B started, it was
Yeah,
now he
you
posts a
just
video
flooded
once
it. You
every
just flooded it.
yeah. Now it's like once, maybe a couple months, but those videos are so insane. People are okay with it. He gets 15 million views here, 20 million views here, 40 million views here. And the factor of 15 to 40 million is a big factor to him, so he improves off of that. That's everything has levels to it. Just talking about dentists and a video.
First one. Something about a dentist, I don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully it picks up traction. Like I said, when I stopped posting, my traction died. Like I said, I was getting 2,000 to 3,000 people in per live stream. I was like, how is it doing anything different? I just have the live stream on.
So you just live stream to draw
More people.
in general to the page of this?
It works pretty well. It helps draw out more loyal followers who will watch your stuff, interact, and share it. And that pushes the algorithm further into these other things. It might be 1 in 1,000, but
I think a big part of it is that not a lot of people know that I'm the one that started Waver Fitness. They just, because I was under Primordial Performance Labs for so long, which I still love the name and the logo, but I feel like over the course of a few years, there's too many words. So just had to change it up a little bit. But it's kind of like a branding. It's a brand, you know.
yeah.
Primordial was already branding, created its own brand, and now like
The brain
starting from scratch, which kind of sucks because the whole purpose of that time of me doing it as a home business was to build its name, but
Exactly.
probably should have changed it to Waver Fitness like 2 years ago.
It's all right. I mean, at the end of the day, having multiple assets in different areas instead of one big one allows for more growth and slightly different marketing, slightly different people that can intertwine and still tangle and work together.
Really, it's like Primordial Performance presents Weekly Fitness.
Yeah. That would probably be the best way to market it right now on your behalf, talking to people, getting people to promote it. Us probably doing a couple videos and probably will be marketed for like the grand opening video and everything else. So it's Primordial Performance presents Fitness. Our gym. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just excited to get. I just want a few people in here starting to train, having a community. That's really what I'm looking forward to, is building a community of more intelligent training and programming, like understanding why we're periodizing like this, and just discuss ideas. Like I don't have all the ideas. I definitely want to bring more brains in here, trainers from different philosophies come in here. I want to grow too. So that's another part of it, is just getting people in here that want that versus the more superficial side of it, which don't get me wrong, but for a really long time there, I think that was the only reason I lifted. When I was a kid and I was fat, when I was getting bullied, I didn't care about the health benefits. I wanted a girl to look at me and be attracted to me. I wanted a girl to say yes to me asking them on a date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was it. I wanted to be appealing in some way. And then once I got that, it really seemed like a waste. I just felt like I was oddly unathletic. I was strong. Okay, let me put it this way. I could go into a gym and pick up weights like no one's business.
Yeah.
Pick up heavy weights. But then you ask me to go like move furniture, and I can't. It's hard. I'm exhausted. I'm dead.
It's difficult.
You have me go and do something like a dance class or like any other form of athletic activity, and I couldn't do it. And it was almost more embarrassing. It was like before, it was like, oh, he's fat, that's why I can't do it. But now it's like,
What's the excuse now?
what's your excuse, dude? What's all that muscle for? Like, what's the purpose of it? You are a waste of muscle.
Yeah.
Like, you're just wasted potential. And that's really where I kind of switched from the aesthetic side of things to, I don't care how, because by the time, here's what's going to happen. All those people who are focused solely on aesthetics, their looks, right? And how shredded they are during this time of the year and how much they can bulk this time of the year.
Yeah.
You're also probably not going to walk when you're 60. Me? I'm going to be surfing, trail runs, kayaking, having a great time. But that's the whole thing, is like, if you're training for looks are guaranteed to fade at some point.
Well, yeah.
And so your performance is guaranteed to diminish, but the longer you continue performing, the slower it diminishes.
Yeah.
But looks, I mean, I've seen some buff people who are like 70, 65 at the gym.
Yeah.
Don't mean they look great.
Yeah.
You look great for your age.
Yeah, but you don't look great.
You don't look great.
No.
You still look leathery.
Yeah. You still look gross.
So at that point, we're both looking leathery. It's not like I'm looking better than you, but I can move. I can still enjoy life. I don't have to go see how I used to look in these pictures.
Yeah.
No, I'm leathery, but like, hey, I can go play some basketball, but once I can play with my grandkids.
Exactly. Which means more than, hey, look,
Oh.
come here, grandson. One day, grandpa's going to come back.
Yeah, grandma can go rock climbing with you still. Like,
Yeah. Grandpa might outclimb you until you get there.
versus the grandpa who now doesn't lift, but you got huge, and so now you put on some serious weight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So,
I used to lift 405 back in my days.
like, great grandpa, you don't get out of your chair.
I hate to see it because it's like, man, you see all that muscle. The more muscle you have, the more potential that muscle has to be trained towards something. Like, that's just science. The more muscle you have, the more potential strength you have. Larger muscle bodies can train you to do more.
Yeah.
If you don't train you to do it.
So it's just wasted.
So, that's going to be the hard draw, is that up here there are so many people who live towards the aesthetics.
It's literally probably 90-something% of the people around here, they live for aesthetics. So,
Which doesn't fully make sense to me, because if you live for performance and functionality, aesthetics eventually come. Now, I'm not saying that I look as great as a bodybuilder does or anything like that, but I guarantee you that
you can
I can do
outperform
this whole
everybody.
workout
Yeah.
without no problem.
Yeah, really.
I don't know, just look down. There you go. Time under tension, man. It's all about
Oh,
time under
yeah.
tension. Really focusing on building those striations, tearing the muscle larger by going super slow, essentially.
Super slow, create more tears when it grows back. It's gonna come.
Which is what it's about, but I can do that workout. I don't think you can come in here and do,
They couldn't. They probably couldn't.
probably can't do my Metcon. You
Not-
probably can't finish my warm-up.
They probably can't do 30%. They could have.
I warm up in 20 minutes of jump rope movement.
Good luck.
You can Stairmaster for 20 minutes at this speed.
Yeah. Yeah. Your butt might look okay, but what can it do?
Your butt's big. You have a dump truck,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't have a Hemi behind it. You have a dump truck powered by an electric motor.
Yeah. A weak electric motor. That can maybe do better.
So, that's the question. Would you rather have a dump truck that's run off of, a scooter motor,
Yeah.
like a 49cc motor, or, yeah,
Or do you want to hit?
do you want a Hemi inside of a slug load?
Yeah.
I don't have an ass, but I can haul ass.
Exactly. If you were like, well, the spirit.
I can hip thrust like 900 pounds, but I can also squeeze flat through 2 bars. if I
Really?
need
Hey,
to.
watch this, guys. I just got up to 450 on my hip thrust. Very happy with that. Helps with my squat.
My PR really is like 850 on hip thrust. I had a purple. It's not one of the machines. Like, we used to just get the benches.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah, the barbell. That's what I did. I did the
barbell, and then at 850 I had a pad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not put a fucking raw bar on my hips at 850. No.
It still hurts up to.
No, but a pad doesn't do anything for you at that weight.
No,
It doesn't.
it comes right through anyway. Maybe at that point you might have this much padding left after it's compressed.
It wasn't until like 3 or 4 years into doing hip thrust that I learned that they have hip thrust pads built at an angle for you.
Really?
Yeah, did you not know that?
No.
Yeah, I can buy that attachment for this right here. That just goes across
Yeah.
like this and sits in. Or you I don't know how you can get it in. I think it's like this. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just a pad, and it's slightly angled like this so that you can push on it comfortably.
Nice.
Some of them are just gonna roll. It's
Yeah.
gonna roll, and it's just gonna hip thrust on it, or you can turn around and put like a foot on it for like various with squats. You can
Yeah.
order them as a double, like one on each side, and you can use it for Nordics.
Really?
I have a couple of those coming for the gym. That's like one of the things that we're doing instead of like, I'm not gonna have a leg press, but I'll have 2 lever arms that have an attachment plate that you can leg press on.
Yeah. 100%.
So,
Which would be better. Easier to set up and turn down.
and you just sit on a bench. You're just on a regular.
Press out.
Yeah, bench doing it.
Oh, 100%.
But then right after you get done with that, if you want to do a full body push day, you can take those lever arms, slide them up higher now, take that plate off, and now you can put your hands on the handles and do
Yeah.
like a biking press.
Mm-hmm. be so nice. The versatility, purpose, everything behind it. It's gonna be all the attachments that no one else has. It's gonna be all the purpose that no one else has. It's gonna have the exclusiveness that no one else can give.
Well, it's just the atmosphere too. You can't mimic this atmosphere with stupidity around you.
No. You immediately feel it.
And we're gonna have mirrors and stuff in here, and I'm not, like I said, if you are a bodybuilder and you want to come in here and bodybuild, I'm not down about that. But
No.
it's like we're gonna be offering more to it than that.
Yeah.
If that's your purpose, that's your purpose. Do I necessarily think that purpose is an awesome idea?
Yeah.
No, but to each person their own. It's just a matter of like, I don't know.
It's gonna be finding it and showing what you know, letting people see it, people coming in doing it, and then telling other people.
I want the atmosphere to be in here to be like very friendly, yet competitive, and also like everyone's just pushing everyone to do better. Like
Yeah.
at Crunch, I feel like it's a social club. You're there to be seen
That's all it
as
is.
being there.
Yeah.
Like did you check into it?
It's just if your number up.
I see guys going in there in groups of like 8 to work out. And I'm like, how the fuck do you even do any of that?
Nothing. You don't get anything.
At 8 minutes, you better be moving fast through that machine. And it's never, I've never seen them like even, like with those large groups, they never even superset anything. It's not like this group of 8 is like taking up 2 machines and they're cycling through, one person's working.
No. It's they're on the machine preacher curl. Each of them in between each other take 1 to 2 minutes of a break, and then the next person gets on. And that person who went first, it's like 20, 30 minutes before they get their seconds. Maybe. And it's like, yeah, I'm really feeling it, guys. I'm really feeling it. It's ridiculous. So, let's see.